Good evening, everyone. Brett from Sansego again. Doing the taxi run for another weekend. We've got champion Craig Alexander in the car. Craig, good evening, I should say this time.
Evening, Brett. Thanks for the lift home from the airport.
No worries. It's obviously lifestyle's the rich and famous. It's 9 o'clock on a Sunday night on the way back from the airport. The life of a pro. I suppose it'd be good to get home to Neri and the kids and wake up in your own bedroom in the morning.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, obviously the key focus after a race is trying to recover. And
so what do we do about recovery then? Obviously, flight home straight after the race is superb, but
no, well, travelling the day of the race is not ideal. But like you say, there are advantages to being home in your own bed. And I'll go and see Christine, my massage therapist, early this week. So there are advantages to getting home early as well. So
with the recovery process, obviously you're home, you'll wake up tomorrow. Will you kind of put the feet up, do nothing, or will you go out for another ride, a run, a swim? What's the protocol from here?
I think it doesn't matter how long you've been in the sport, you're always learning. I've never raced as a 41-year-old, so that's new to me, and I certainly don't bounce back like I used to. So I can't do much, but what I found is it helps to do something, usually non-weight bearing. So I'll probably have a swim tomorrow evening. One of the main reasons I came home was to do, see the kids and do the school drop-off tomorrow morning. And but yeah, then I'll have all day. So I'll get in my boots, my Normatec compression boots. I like to really up the protein intake. The branched chain amino acids and protein, good quality protein. I think, you've obviously done some muscle damage in the race and you want to put the building blocks back in to help the recovery process. But I'll have a light swim tomorrow night. And, back in the good old days, when I was a lot younger, I would have been back to hard training by Tuesday. But I think this week I'll just take it easy. I'll do some light aerobic stuff. I'll give the heart, the cardiovascular system a rest, and the body, the muscles and bones, give them a rest as well.
You got Philippines in a few weeks. I think it's the next one on the agenda. I mean, it's been a pretty good start to the season for the cricket fans and baseball fans out there. The betting average so far is pretty good. We've got two firsts and a fourth.
Yeah, that's been a good start too. An Aussie title, a New Zealand title, and fourth of the Asia Pac champs. Yeah, no, it's good. I mean,
so how many titles is that now? Do we have a scribe somewhere that we go home and notch it in the belt, or in the bed head of the bed at home, or
no? There's no.
It's about 8 or 9 Australian champs I think we've got now.
Yeah,
not we.
I think it's 8 long course champs and about 10 in total over the different distances. But I think they're more special, actually, to be honest, as you get older. And
because you're old.
Well, I just figure that I'd done all the winning that I ever dreamt I could do, and I never thought or dreamt I'd be still racing at 41. I'm 42 in a few months, and to win a national title against a high quality field and a lot of young guys who are coming up and who are good, who are talented, who are working hard. Yeah, it was a sweet victory.
So obviously you're going to Brazil for a camp?
Yeah, so 2 weeks at home and then off to Brazil for 5-6 days for the launch of Team Bravo, which is a little team that has been put together out of Brazil, and Sansego has a lot to do with it. We're going to be coaching a lot of the athletes. There's going to be a pro team and an age group team, and yeah, so it's exciting. So we've got the team launch and also an Olympic distance race, the Santos International. So hopefully I can get the legs back on deck and do a little speed work in the interim. But yeah, it's a long flight over there, but it's going to be worth the trip. I think we've got some exciting things planned out of there with the team, and very much looking forward to it.
So you go from Brazil straight through to Philippines?
Actually come home to Australia, and I'll be home a day and a half and then up to the Philippines. Yes, so not ideal travel schedule, but as I've been saying for 12 months, my job now is not just to race. I'm in a sort of a transitional period. I still love to race, but launching a coaching business, a company, and still having a lot of sponsors. I have a lot of promotional activities, media, and the like. So there's a lot of travel and that kind of thing. So that's just the way it is. I need to try and be flexible enough and organised enough in advance to factor in the travel and the training, and also, as we've been talking about, the recovery post race.
So when we get back into a training schedule per se after the race, is it 3 or 4 days, a week?
I'll see how I feel. I do it a lot by feel these days. You know, obviously having just won a race, I think it's fair to say I'm in pretty good shape. So I think the main focus for the next few days is definitely recovery, good sleeping patterns, good eating, and maybe some non-weight bearing activity, a swim tomorrow night, a light bike ride and a swim Tuesday, and certainly running will be the last thing that I bring back in, and we'll just take it from there. I need to do some focused speed work in the next 3 weeks for this Olympic distance race, but like all things, it's got to be productive training. There's no point launching into a little mini phase of speed work if the legs haven't recovered from the race on the weekend. So the primary focus is the recovery, and then when I feel I'm appropriately recovered, I'll do some specific sessions for Santos.
Nice. So obviously, like we said at the start, it's been a good betting average so far. A couple of victories and a 4th place. Does that mean Kona's back on the cards, perhaps? Or
I don't think no.
No, definitely not. No,
definitely not this year.
Don't get a sports tab.
I'm not going to say anything actually, because I said something 12 months ago, and rightly so. I got dragged over the coals for it. You know, when I said that, I thought it was my last. There's no way with 3 kids and you know, the business.
Running a business now as well, and a lot of travel. It's just not really possible. You
can't. That race demands your undivided attention and focus for 11 months of the year, and my focus is elsewhere these days. And if I was to be honest, it was elsewhere last year as well.
Yeah.
But I love the race so much, and I got the opportunity to do it. I jumped into it, and I have no regrets about doing it. But I can sit here honestly and say that my preparation for Kona last year was nothing like it used to be, and really not on par with what it should have been, and that was my fault, my bad. But like I say, I love the race and I wanted to do it. So, but no, not this year.
No. I think anyone from an age group or do a pro, that strives to do something like Kona. So if you get the opportunity, you're always going to take it and
absolutely, and
roll the dice and see what happens. So, like anyone would.
I think the competitor in you and the optimist believes that even on a limited preparation, you can still have a great race.
Yeah.
But that race is unlike any other. Little flaws in your preparation or things that aren't ideal are magnified at that race. Obviously, being the World Championships, so having a higher quality field, but also the conditions there. So, yeah, no, unless it's your 100% focus, you're just going to get mauled by the guys who are focusing 100% and who are great athletes.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Well, thanks for your time. Congratulations again. It's a great day in the paddock. Come away with a victory.
Thanks for picking me up from the airport, and
all part of the service here at Sansego. Really, this is what we do.
I finally got myself a Sansego polo. I'm not sure who you have to shag around here to get a polo shirt, but
it's definitely not me. So,
no, well, that's good.
Thanks for the offer, though. But
no, it wasn't an offer. No. But thanks. Yeah, I'm really loving the apparel. Thank you.
No worries. Thanks, guys. Again, hope you've enjoyed a little bit of a snippet into what goes on for Craig behind the scenes a little bit. Obviously, a lot of running around, toing and froing. It's not just all running around taking photos of great scenery from training out the bike on the run. So hope everyone's well, be safe, and hopefully we'll catch up soon.